Here is a quick astrology hack that you can use to see what a man's true intentions are towards you. And that is, you want to look at his sun sign, and you want to look at what house his sun sign falls in your natal chart. You can use this if you're a woman that dates men, even if you're a man that dates men, or if you're a woman that dates women, you can use this hack also. But you simply are going to look at their sun sign and the house that his sun sign sits in your natal chart. Now, I got to give this disclaimer. You guys. We are not just our sun sign. We are our birth chart. All right? I want y'all to understand that. It don't matter if you follow me or any other astrologers. If you don't know or learn anything else about astrology, especially when it comes to synastry aspects, I want you guys to understand that we are not just our sun sign. We are our birth chart. Get it? Got it. Also, I want to say that when it comes to synastry and compatibility, of course, you're not going to just look at the sun sign. You're going to look at the whole entire birth chart. You're going to look at your birth chart. You're going to look at the individual's birth chart and how the aspects interact, the energy, etc., etc. Whether you are versed in astrology yourself, you know how to read a natal chart, you know how to read a synastry or a composite chart, or if you go to another astrologer and you let another astrologer do a synastry composite chart on you and the individual that you're involved with, dealing with, or what have you. But we're not even talking about that. We're not even going that deep. We're just looking at this quick hack as to how you can see what a person's intentions are for you just based on the sun sign alone. All right, so y'all know Big Sis got to use herself for an example, right? I always got to use myself for an example because I'm not going to tell y'all anything that I have not tried on myself first. So let's just say, for example, I'm going to use a Libra man because for some reason I've always attracted these fucking Libra men. I was married to one. I was in a long-term relationship with one. The Libra men just love to see me coming. But let's just say I meet another Libra man for some God forsaken reason. I just attract another Libra man. That means that his sun is going to sit in my 12th house. Let's just say this Libra man is on his high vibration. Okay, he on his high vibration. We meet, we link up. And we just talking about the sun sign. We're not talking about all his other aspects. We're not talking about his Venus. We're not talking about his Mars and what the Mars is doing, what the Venus is doing, whatever. We're just talking about the sun sign, right? His sun sits in my 12th house. Y'all know the 12th house, a lot goes on in the 12th house. I already got planets in my 12th house. I got my Uranus there and I got my Pluto there, right? So that means that his sun is going to sit, depending on the degree of his sun, is going to sit somewhere around my ascendant, my Libra Uranus, right in between my Libra Pluto. So if he on his high vibration, chances are his intentions is to come into my life and spiritually grow with me and spiritually evolve with me. Okay? Simply put, that's his intentions towards me. He might even come into my life to change the way I view men, to change the way I see men. He might bring me outside of my comfort zone. He might bring some type of change into my life where he might bring me outside of my comfort zone also. Now, with his sun being in my 12th house, that means that his sun is going to sextile my Venus and my Mercury. So he won't have no problem with providing for me and taking care of me and my financial needs because his sun sextile, his sun is who he is, his soul, his essence, his ego. He won't have no problem with taking care of me and providing for me the way that I need him to, because Venus being me, the woman, the value, and Venus being money, he won't have absolutely no problem. Again, he got to be on his high vibration with taking care of me and bringing resources into my life and providing for me financially the way that I need and the way that I deserve. And then with Mercury sitting right there next to my Venus, we probably will have a lot of deep and intense conversations. Also, we might have a lot of stimulating conversations. We might end up being best friends also, because the 11th house is the house of friendship. Now, with his sun sitting in my 12th house, this means that his sun sextile my Mars in the 8th house. That means that I won't have no problem with keeping up, or he won't have no problem with satisfying me on a sexual level, and I won't have no problem with keeping up with his sexual drive and his sexual needs, right? Y'all get it? Y'all got it? Y'all with me? I ain't lose nobody on that, right? And we just talking about the sun, okay? We ain't talking about all the other aspects that can interact with your natal chart. We still on the sun. Now, let me throw y'all for a loop. Let me confuse y'all a little bit. Let's just say that nigga on his low vibration, right? Let's just say that Libra man coming to my life and he on his low vibration. Well, the way that they can play out, he might just want to live out his sexual fantasies through me. He might want to use me. He might want to sexually exploit me, because the 12th house is the house of hidden enemies. The 12th house is the house of bed pleasures. The 12th house is the house of secrets. So, you see how the 12th house go. The 12th house can be really, really, really tricky. So anytime somebody has planets, and this is not just for men, this is for women, for men, but for women too. Anybody that has planets sitting in your 12th house, you have to always keep your head on a swivel with them, because you don't know what their true intentions are for you. You don't know if they're there to sabotage you. You don't know if they're there to use you. You don't know if they're there for the right reasons. You don't know if they're there for the wrong reasons. So, but anyway, I don't want to get off topic. I'm just using me for an example. But if that man is on his low vibration, he can just simply come into my life just to use me, just to take advantage of me. Or, maybe he just want to keep me a secret. He might even want to pay me to be with me, if you know what I mean. Not saying I'm a prostitute or anything, because I'm not. And no shade or anything like that to my ladies of the night. But he might look at me as somebody that he just simply just want to have a good time with. And he might not mind paying for it, if you know what I mean. And guess what? If I'm on my low vibration, I might be okay with that. But anyway, I've been retired. I've been benched. Big Sis ain't throwing ass back on nobody at this point in her life. But if I was to meet the right Libra man, and he had it like that, he had money, and he wanted to fly me out, and I was about it, and I was down with it, guess what? It's what it is, right? But anyway, y'all, I just wanted to share that quick hack with y'all. This hack is a way that you can see what a man's intentions is or can be towards you, simply by looking at the sun sign. Y'all see how I broke down that one aspect, the man's sun sign, the lower octave of it, the higher octave of it. What can happen if I simply decide to get with a Libra man? All right, let me know what y'all think. Let me know if that helps. Hit me up in the comments if you want to hit me up in the comments. But yeah, you ain't even gotta go see an astrologer, because depending on what you got, if a man got a jacked up sun, what you think that sun, that energy of the sun, is going to bring into that part of your life, right? If I meet a Libra man and he got a fucked up sun, what you think that man's sun is going to do to my 12th house? Going to fuck up my peace. He going to come and fuck up my peace. So you got to think about that. So when you meet somebody, or if you involved with somebody, and sometimes you don't even need to go get a synastry reading done. Sometimes you don't even need to go get a composite reading done. You just look at the sun sign and what his sun doing in that part of your chart that he's sitting in, and that'll let you know right there if you need to go past go, or if you need to block that motherfucker, or whatever the case may be. All right. So anyway, I hope that helped y'all. All right.